I always pray for my baby mama. Even when we was in the middle of it all, I couldn't stand her or whatever. We was in a bad place. I always prayed for her. In the middle of my prayers, I would say, still bless her wherever she's at. Soften her heart, God. That was it. And I always tell men that talk to me about baby mama issues too, man. Look, bro, just pray for her at the end of the day. Ain't nothing else you could do. Like I've put the court on you. That ain't work. Like ain't nothing else I could do. Now I got to put God on you.
Welcome to Man Unmuted.
Hey,
bro, what's up? What's up, Man Unmuted fam? What's good, bro?
What's good, man? How are you?
Feeling great. Feeling great, man.
Yeah, it's a great day. Had a good week. You had a good week?
Had a great week, man. Had a great week. Excited for today's episode, man.
I'm excited as well.
First off, I'm your host, Will.
I'm your co-host, KT.
Let's get it, bro.
This is Men Unmuted, and we're excited about what's about to happen now.
And today we're going to talk about something that's dear to both of us, bro. We're going to talk about our daughters.
Wow.
Our baby girls, man.
Wow.
No matter how old they are, they still are baby girls.
Yeah, and for you to say that and for your daughter to be 15, that's like, wow, because my daughter's 7. And I was just telling her today, when I picked her up from school, I was like, oh, daddy, baby. She's like, I'm not a baby. I'm like, you're going to always be my baby.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, stop it. And I told her, even when you're 65, you're going to still be my baby. So,
bro, until the day they bury me and put me under the dirt, she going to always be my baby girl, man.
Straight up, man.
So let's jump into it, bro. We both had interesting journeys on becoming dads, man.
Yeah.
We both had interesting journeys, man. Let's jump into it, bro.
Definitely, man. Our journeys, and for sure, you started your journey way ahead of me.
Facts.
And so I've been able to like watch and learn from you from afar to how to deal with the good stuff, the bad stuff, the headaches, the traumas, and I've been able to learn how to maneuver through that because of your journey, because obviously you started sooner than me. Your daughter's 15.
Yeah.
How was that, bro? Like, what were you, like 20?
Somewhat, man. I don't even remember, bro. I was like 21, 22 when I had my daughter, man.
Wow.
It was tough for me at the time, man. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at that age, having a daughter or having a child at the time, man. So me and her mom wasn't really together. Even we was having some issues at the time. We was on and off at the time, but still we decided to have her, and it was a blessing, man. It was a total blessing. And when she came, we were trying to work through some issues, be together, but it didn't work out. And that's when the co-parenting, we had to kind of figure that out. How are we going to not be in a relationship? How are we not going to be in a relationship but still balance parenting, still be parents, and still have a healthy parenting relationship? Which is tough, man. Which is tough nowadays for parents, for like men and women.
Definitely, man. That's crazy because, my situation is very different. I didn't even have a real relationship with my daughter's mom. However, trying to just make things make sense and make things work that's a tough thing. It's a tough place to be in, but you try to do everything that you can before it gets to the crazy part, and sometimes it gets to the crazy part, and I feel that a lot of men, we don't want to deal with that crazy part. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I talk to a lot of men, and when I talk to men that's not really present with their kids, they always mention the baby mom. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel that it's something that they're just trying to avoid in that space of the baby mom. And I feel that you just got to, once you try and give it your all and realize after I've done that, now I got to go to the next space. Don't just skip, you know what I'm saying? And just go straight to it. So that's a tough part of being in it, man. So,
and I definitely agree with that, because at first, when things got a little rocky, I went straight to my attorney. I got an attorney from a friend, and I remember it was a Jewish lady. She was a Jewish lady, man. She was the best. She was good. When I first went to her, I told her what was happening. I was like, me and my daughter mom are having issues. I don't think this is going to work. She kind of controlled her thing, blah, blah. And then she was like, the first thing she told me, she was like, you got to work on it. She was like, I just don't want to jump into this, because once we get into this, it's a lot that go into it. She's like, I'm not here to just take your money. She said, once we get into this, it's a different stage, a different level. She said, things are going to be hard when y'all first learn to co-parent. She said, so what I suggest, try as hard as you can to work it out with her. Come back 3 months later. If 3 months later you still have an issue, she's still trying to control the situation, then you got to do what you got to do. She said, I just want to let you know, though. I'll never forget the words she told me, bro. She said, hell has no fury like a woman's fury. So she said, I don't know how y'all ended that relationship, but if it's in a bad place and this woman is mad at you, she's going to use the child. Wow. She says, not right. She's going to use the child because that's the only way she feels she can get back at you. So she said, try to give her some time to heal, give her some time to deal with whatever emotion she's dealing with, and y'all try to work it out.
Yeah.
And I did that. So I said, okay. And I think I took a little longer. I think it was like 5 months. We were still trying to co-parent, still trying to work on our own schedule. We didn't have a schedule by the course. So it was, okay, I get her Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, you get her the weekend. Okay, we do this. Okay, you pick her up. And then it was just a lot of emotions. It was, okay, I want her now. Okay, it was no, you don't get her Wednesday no more. I want her this day. Oh, no, I want to take her here, but it's my day. Don't matter. I'm keeping her. And there was too much of control I feel was going on. So I was like, time to go back to see her. And I went back to see my attorney, and she was like, I let her know what was going on. She was like, okay, let's get it started. And we got started, man.
Wow. Well, you know what? That's a real situation too, man, because that's the same thing happened with me. Like, after I found out about my daughter, I found out about her being my actual daughter. She was a month old. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have time to prepare or get anything together. Me and her mom had we had a one night extravaganza, I would call it. But so I did DNA. We did the test. That's my kid, and everything was okay. And then she started becoming very demanding of me, of my time, finances. Even like what you were saying, trying to control. Okay, she's not coming today if you're not going to give me this, this and that. And so I remember talking to you about it, Will, and you was like, hey, this the number. And you gave me the number. And I tried all I could before. The same thing, man. I tried all I could to avoid that. But then we got into a very big argument about something that wasn't even that significant. And I wasn't able to hear from my daughter. My daughter was like a year and a half, 2 years old. Every time I call, no call, I'm blocked. I can't even cash up. I was trying to cash up money because everybody say, you better be sending some money because they gonna tax it up. I couldn't even send money. You know what I'm saying? So I had no other option, man. And like you said, I think it was probably like September, and then I didn't file until like February. I tried for those times, and hey, it is what it is. I had to do what I had to do to get where I'm at now.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes I be forgetting we got the same attorney, man. I be forgetting I did give you my attorney, man.
Thank you.
I be forgetting, man. She's retired, man. The lady we had it then, we had a new attorney who took over her branch, and he's a legend, man. He's
definitely
amazing.
Yes, sir.
He helped young fathers out with difficult situations, man. Parents in general who can't seem to co-parent together, coexist together, man. But after that, man, I would say after my journey, man, and once we finally we went through the co-parenting stage where we went to the courthouse. I got my certain days, which was certain days I had to get her this day. We split it 50-50. So I had to get her certain days. Mom had her certain days. We had split weekends. We had split holidays. Everything was 50-50. Right. So everything was okay at first. And I'm thinking, all right, it's great now. I got a certain amount of days I get my daughter. This should be good. Everything should be perfect. Then here comes other issues that may arise that other dads may deal with. Well, even though you got certain days you may get your child, the other parent still don't abide by the court hearings. The other parent, you're supposed to get them this day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The other parent may be like, I got something to do Friday, you ain't getting them. You're like, what? But this is my day. We done with the court.
It's on paper.
Too bad, too sad. You'll get it when you get it. And that's another level of things you got to deal with. It's just other stuff because it's not like, what you going to do?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with certain days or certain birthdays where y'all supposed to split the timing, and then the other parent's like, nah, I'm gonna keep her a whole day, you get her tomorrow. And you're like, but the court say this is my year. Yeah. So even when you go to court, you got them co-parenting, you got the schedule, it's still sometimes you got to go through difficulties.
You got to go through it, And I think that a lot of men feel that that's the case too, man. Like, I've paid a lot of money to get this contract, to get this situated. We had mediators, and we tried to figure it out beforehand. What's best for you? What's best for the kid? What's best for your work schedule? We sat and figured it out, and it still ain't gonna work. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. It hit me a little, maybe like a year or two after my court agreement was settled and everything like that, like I looked at my email. I actually looked at it recently, and I still have it in my email for obviously smart reasons. Dads, keep that stuff. But I looked at that and I was like, my daughter's life is literally on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Her birthdays, her Christmas, her Thanksgivings, her Labor Days, her summers is on paper. Man, like that's a tough thing to realize. Like your life is like mapped out on paper, like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Because some parents want control, and no other parent should have more control than the other. Let's just keep it real. Everybody, it should be 50-50. We see eye to eye, and we got to do it.
We got to do it. And this is the thing, when you're in a relationship and you bring a child in this world and that relationship don't work out, and this is what my attorney told me, the father has no rights, bro. As a dad, you have no rights. The mom have all the rights. Until you go to court, get that attorney, and get your joint custody, the mom have all the rights. So when that relationship end, your rights technically end, because that mom control when you get her, when you see her, until you do your job as a dad and pay that money. Yeah. You got to go to court. Whether you go by yourself, which I don't suggest. I'm not an attorney, but I don't suggest it. But you go by yourself, or you get your attorney, and then you got to get your rights and split your custody. So.
Yeah, man, but that's a tough situation. That co-parenting situation is tough. Like we always say, man, you know, fight for your kids and try to get joint custody. But co-parenting it's another challenge, and I think that it's a challenge that we all face. And I think that, you know, as we community together and as Men Unmuted and just men in general, I feel that we can all hear from each other's stories and understand that co-parenting can work if the other parent is willing to cooperate, but if they're not, got to take it to the next level. And a lot of times we don't want to do that, but that's what you got to do.
If one parent is keeping you from seeing a child, then you definitely got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's no, well, I don't care. That's her. That's what's gonna happen to the kid. I don't care, because one thing as men we got to understand is your kid only knows one side of the story. So your kid could hate you when all you ever wanted to do was be there, and the other parent, whether it's the mom or the dad, kept you from being in their life. Whether they turn 18, whether they turn 20, all they know is my dad was never there. My dad didn't want me. They got resentment. They got abandonment. Man, my dad I wasn't good enough to have a dad. And my dad, he got a whole new family. He never wanted to be with me. He never even gave me a chance when your dad was trying. Your dad was blowing up your mom's phone. Your dad would come over there. Your mom wouldn't answer. Your dad would try to fight for you. And your mom was like, you ain't seeing this kid.
Yeah.
Your mom was making it so difficult that your dad gave up. But as a dad, you just can't give up. As a father, you got to go to the next level. You got to go to court. You got to spend that money. Like I always say, you got to spend that money, go to court, and get your child.
That's real. That's real, man. And I ain't gonna lie, at the end of the day, like it's a challenge, like we keep saying, but we champion on to the next level of it. And the co-parenting stage, like I said, it could be, I've seen some good ones. I ain't gonna lie. So we can't keep looking at the bad situations. I've seen some good co-parenting situations where the parents can come together and come together for the child, man, and be there for the kid. And they call each other bonus mom and bonus dad. I've seen those things.
So you're saying you've seen it. How do you define a successful co-parenting relationship?
That. I feel like that right there, man, when both parents can see past their issues within each other and understand that what's best for the kid. It's not about me. It's not about the other parent. What's best for the child? And what's best for the child is both of us trying to see eye to eye.
And I think that's definitely good. In order for co-parenting to work, both parents have to take their emotions out of it, bro. Because sometimes we be selfish. Sometimes we still emotional from the relationship when the one parent cheated, or one of the parents was in a relationship cheated, where the other parents got their feelings hurt, where the other parents feel one is controlling, where the other parents feel this or that. And sometimes we lose sight of the child, bro. We make it about self. And once we can take our emotions out of it and just focus on that child, we have to raise this child. Yeah. We have to raise this being that we bring in this world that we both love and care about. Then I think you can have a successful co-parenting relationship when you take self out of it. Yeah. When you know it's not about you, the mom, it's not about me, the dad, it's about our child. And then that's when a lot of things could work out. A lot of you could give in to a lot of things. You could be like, okay, I'm not going to be mad over this. Okay, this is what better for the child. You got the best school next to you. Okay, she could go to the school over there with you.
And See, now let me ask you this, Will. Like I said, man, you've experienced the co-parenting space a little sooner. Um, have you seen any good come from it and any bad come from it? Like, what do you feel in your experience some good could possibly come from it?
Huh. Any good can come from co-parenting. I think if both parents are on the same page, it could be healthy. I think that the child could see, that they got healthy with mom and dad. May could still go to birthday parties. If they be around mom and dad, could still go to the school meetings or the school graduations. I think those things can be good if it's healthy. And I also see the other side where it's bad, where it's like, you got your birthday over there, I got mine the next week.
Yeah.
We gonna keep doing this thing separate. She gonna get her Christmas gifts there. I'm gonna get her this. Well, you got her this. She wanted that car or that princess doll over there. I'm gonna get her the same one over here. She gonna have it at this house. So it could be either way, man. I see both sides of the sword, bro.
Yeah. And for me, I can't really say I had a bad situation as far as co-parenting. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but me being an overthinker, and that's where I'm in. That's the reason I'm in therapy, because I overthink things. And I remember, co-parenting, and I think I hear a lot of dads tell me too, man, like the whole thing of another man raising your child. And that's another thing within co-parenting that we got to realize, that that's a possibility, that there are step parents involved. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tough situation to be in, where, especially we girl dads, where you have to trust another man around your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very tough situation to be in as a man. And especially like being a Christian, man, you want to think the best things, but sometimes you don't feel like that.
Do you think that's the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge when dealing with co-parenting is that?
I think, step parenting is I definitely think so.
I think there's a few challenges when doing co-parenting. Like, we may think that even though we go to court, even though we get our days and we got joint custody, everything is great, but that's still not, like, it's still challenges that come with that. Like you say, some of it is having that step parent, where in my case, with my daughter, when we got joint custody and her mom had a new boyfriend, so I want to meet him. I want to know, what you do for work, like who you is. Like, I want to meet him to know that her dad is present. Like, I'm here.
Right.
And I'm going to ask her questions. I'm going to make sure she's good. I'm very,
I'm active.
And there's a lot of men, that we here for her.
Yeah, we could get active. KK, nigga, we get active.
So, so I will always do that. I think that's very important. It is challenging, bro. Also, a challenge is, you get your child a certain amount of days a week. Like me, I have my daughter weekly. Like, you may get my daughter 3 or 4 days a week. Them other 3 days out of the week, I don't have her. And even though you want to relax and, okay, I get to be free and stuff, I miss my daughter. And as dads, sometimes that really bother us, bro. Like, that really get to us. And we really, like, I was just putting my daughter to sleep. I go in the room tonight, she's not there. She's not there, man. I'm just dropping her off to school, and somebody else could be dropping her off to school. Like another man dropping her off to school, bro. And it really messed with us, man.
Yeah.
It really messed with us. It goes both ways, man. When you don't see your daughter, your child, it messes with you.
Definitely.
And when you have joint custody, and then she go back to the other parent house, it messes with you, man. If you really care and you love your child, both ways mess with you. Yeah. So it's just not healthy when the parenting, when you bring the child in the world, sometimes it is when the parents, when it doesn't work out, the relationship, it's tough, man. Yeah. And it's going to be some kicks that come with that, man. Yeah. You just got to be able to take it, because you guys made that decision not to be together. And it's just tough, man. It's tough for us.
It's tough, man. And like, we're telling you real stories because this is real stuff that we've both experienced. Yeah. And, like I was saying, like it was a situation with me, and I actually remember having to call my daughter's stepdad to speak to her. And I feel that as a man, that really messes with your mental, the fact that you have to call another man to speak to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? And then imagine an overthinker like I've been saying that I am, and what I've been for all my life. I've heard a couple times when I call, oh, she's taking a bath. And what am I supposed to think at that moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about you trying to call your daughter that you and the mom ain't seeing eye to eye. Now you got to call her man. Then when you call her man, he tell you your daughter naked in the tub. You see what I'm saying? So those kind of things are like real things that like mess with your mental. And, a lot of men rather just not deal with it. And they'll just be, absent than to deal with the challenges that come with it. But I ain't gonna lie, it's some green lights with it too, man. being a girl dad. It's a beautiful thing being a dad, period. But being a girl dad, nothing I would rather do, dog.
It's definitely a beautiful feeling, man. And it's just like you say, once you could manage and you guys can have that healthy relationship and you could get used to those moments when that child is not there, you get used to your schedule and everything could work out fine. It becomes beautiful, man. And you got to fight, man. Sometimes it's not good. And that's why I would say, what advice would you give dads right now who's going into the co-parenting stage and entering that co-parenting arrangement? What advice would you give dads?
Man, the advice I would give is it's gonna sound so like, shut up, but it worked for me. I always pray for my baby mama, even when we was in the middle of it all. I couldn't stand her or whatever. We was in a bad place. I always prayed for her. In the middle of my prayers, I would say, still bless her wherever she's at. Soften her heart, God. That was it. And I always tell men that talk to me about baby mama issues too, man. Look, bro, just pray for her at the end of the day. Ain't nothing else you could do. Like, I've put the court on you. That ain't work. Like, ain't nothing else I could do. Now I got to put God on you. That's the only thing I feel like I can actually do at this point. And I want to do it with grace. I'm not trying to be, facetious or be upset, because what that's doing, that ain't helping. So I've been upset and wanted to whatever, yell and whatever at my daughter's mom, but that ain't helped. Only thing I felt like helped was me actually just saying, God bless her.
And you always said that during the co-parenting stage, it's three parents. It's the mom, the dad, and God.
Yeah.
Because when she's not at your house as a dad, she's at the mom house and God is over there too.
Yeah.
So you got to count that God is watching the other parent too, and it goes both ways. And some more advice I would say dads who entering that co-parenting arrangement is there will never be peace without war. You got to understand that both of you are just in a relationship that didn't work out. Emotions may be flying everywhere, and it's going to be war probably at first. It's going to be war. You got to be able to make it through that war to enter peace, man. And once you get to that peace, you'll see that the war may have been worth it, bro.
Definitely.
So you just got to be able to maintain. You can't give up. You can't be like, screw it, I ain't going to be in a child life. I'm going to walk away and blame everything on the mom. But you got to have, you got responsibility
Definitely.
too. You got responsibility as a father. You help bring that child in that world. You got to be able to go through the war. And a lot of men don't want to go through the war, man.
Yeah, it's tough.
They don't want to go through it because it's tough. It could be financially draining. Yeah. It could be emotionally draining. But at the end of the day, when you can make it through that war, that peace is amazing because you see your child every day. You help raise them. You help have an input on their life. You help give them good energy, bro. Yeah. You're there for them, man.
Definitely.
It's definitely worth it, bro.
Yeah, and I wouldn't take nothing away from it, man. It was one of the best decisions I had to make. And going through that situation has made me a stronger man, a better man.
Yeah, and both of us are full-time dads, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We both got full custody of our daughters. I mean, I'm going on like 4 or 5 years. I think I'm going on 5 years now. Being a full-time dad, like full-time, bro. I have full-time custody for 5 years.
Wow,
man. Like,
and I'm like 15 months in now, so I'm a little new at it.
We real life girl dads, like we real life like do it like girl dads, literally, bro. Like, got to figure out somebody to get your hair done. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I never been so into like looking at hair as in my life. Like, oh, who did her hair? Like, I'm asking women that, and they be so happy to. I'm like, my daughter. Oh yes, I'll show you. And it's like, man, being a girl dad is one of the best things ever. And people always ask me if I have another child, and I said if I did, I got to be married. Not baby mama's not happening no more. But anyway, I always said that having a daughter, I don't think I would want I guess I don't want a son, but I like being a girl dad.
So what's been the most surprising aspect of being a girl dad to you that you like couldn't imagine, you didn't know would come with it?
That I like being vulnerable and soft. Like, I actually like it. I actually like being able to just be a kid again. And, my daughter painted my nails and just not care about certain stuff that society would care about just because I know she cares about me. Like, that was surprising to me just to know that I can feel that feeling again. Like, and love, I gave up on love a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I think that God understood that with me because of, past decisions and past trauma, like, other stuff. But I gave up on love. I didn't know that love actually really exists other than, family, my mom and stuff. But when I had my daughter, bro, it was like a love that, and you know what? I don't know if I should feel bad that the love happened right after I got the results. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, after I realized it was my child for real, I was like, oh my God, it was like a different level of it.
Yeah.
And so, man, I didn't know I had the capacity for love like I do now.
What is like your favorite activity to do with your daughter? Like, what is your favorite activity to do with your daughter and why?
Conversation. That's what we do, man. We talk. We make sure before we knock out, we have a conversation. We talk about our day. You know, I make sure, and I tell her every day there's certain things you need to remember. Like, tell me about today. You know, who's your best friend? Like this school just started. You know, so you know we can ask questions like that. So I make sure that she have to tell me who's your friends, like who's your teachers, and yeah, just conversation, man, and just teaching her how to talk to people. And you know, we go to different restaurants and different places, and just teaching her how to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? How to make eye contact, how to use your voice, you know, in a loud way, but not too loud. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the space right now of coaching her, I feel like, or training her. I like this space of training her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, I don't feel like, but the Bible says to train up a child in the way they shall go. And, you know, they wouldn't depart from it. So I love this place of training right now.
Facts, bro. I just like to relax with my daughter, man. I just like to spend time and do things she may want to do, man. Like we kick back, we watch movies, man. We watch a little Netflix and chill, man. We'll go outside, we'll go walking, man. We'll just talk, like you say, conversation, man. Conversation is amazing because you kind of get to pick their brain, bro. You kind of get to see what they like to do, what they think, what they may not like to do, the kind of friends they may be like, or who are they friends, or different things. And conversation is definitely a good one, bro. I definitely like to get her in a space so we can just talk, bro. Like this, and as they get older, I think that's important. Like my daughter's a teenager, just definitely about getting them comfortable, getting them in that space, bro. Getting them in a comfortable space where you could just sit there and kind of pick their brain. Because the older they get, the more they kind of want to keep things in. They want to talk to their friends more. They want to go to older cousins, and they just kind of, I don't want to say, I don't know, they get uncomfortable with their parents, or they feel there's some stuff daddy can't know. Well, I can't talk to you about that, daddy. But I just feel like the more I could get her in like that comfortable space, and she can just open up, bro. I think those activities I just like to do with her, man.
Okay. So those activities you feel like create those spaces where you create an open door policy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Because that's what I always want to know, man. Because like I said, you've been in the game a long time, so I want to learn too. Like, so okay, create those different spaces, hang out, so she can feel comfortable. See,
you know, my motto is, bro, I'm always give her that bridge to walk over communication. Like, I'm always give it to her. Whether she choose to walk over it or not, it's her choice. But you can never say I couldn't talk to my dad about this, or I couldn't come to him about this. You always had that bridge to come over and talk to me. I'm not gonna yell off, I'm not gonna scream. I'm gonna listen, and we're gonna talk, and we're gonna figure it out. Whether you messed up, whether you made a mistake, or you made the wrong decision, I'm gonna be here for you to help lift you up, and we're gonna figure it out.
Let's go.
I always wanted her to know that, and that's my big thing. I always want her to know that she got that bridge, man.
Yeah, and I think too that that's something as dads we need to let our daughters know that they are worth it. They are enough. They are enough. And I never forget, man, when I was going through my situation, finding out about my kid and this and that, and I was in a strip club, and I was telling a dancer about it. Like, man, I got a kid, and I just found out about her, and I'm going through it. And the dancer told me, do whatever you got to do to be there for your daughter. That's why a large percent of us are in here. Because we didn't have a dad to fight for us, or a dad to show us that we was worth it. And that stuck with me so hard, bro. Like, you know, so yeah, man, like.
So it's interesting you say that, because that was my next question. How has having a daughter and being a girl dad changed your view on gender roles?
Gender roles?
Yeah, man. Like having a daughter, for me, man, being a girl dad, I want my daughter to stand on her own, man. I don't want her to depend on a man, bro. I don't want to always like have to depend on a man to take care of her, bro. Like I
Okay.
talk about my daughter careers, like she want to do coding. Like I want her to be able to make 100K, a 6 figure woman, and I don't want her to be like,
Okay.
this man is leaving you. You feel now you're struggling financially.
Yeah.
I want her to always feel she can stand on her own. I still want her to be able to maintain a house, but I want her to know that she's a strong, beautiful woman, bro.
Definitely.
So I think like those are some of the gender roles I feel.
Okay. Now that you say that, I definitely agree with that. Just letting her know that she's enough.
Yeah.
And I always talk about Ari being like the leader of her generation, and I tell her that now, like you're the leader of your generation. And I think you told me too, Will. And one thing that I can look at when my daughter's at your house, like you have it's on your bathroom where the kids can see their name, and it's like, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am a genius, I am a daughter of God. You have it that they can see it every morning, and it's like I started using that same method in my house with my daughter with affirmations. And that's one thing I learned from you, man. Like affirmations is something so beneficial for our kids and our daughters. And man, thank you. And I think too, men, if you got any men out there that's fathers, just get with a group of fathers, man. Like ask questions, things that you feel you don't know what to do or you need advice. Just ask the dad that's been doing it a little longer than you, man. I just think we should be able to be comfortable asking questions and being around other dads, and I think it helps.
For sure, bro. So, question: we both full time dads. So, how do you balance being a dad, being a disciplinary dad, and like a friend, bro? Or do you even try to balance that friendship stage?
No, yeah, definitely.
Because we both full time parents, so now we have to be good cop and bad cop.
Yeah.
There's no you good cop, you bad cop. We got to be good and
Yeah.
bad cop. How do you balance that?
I balance it because I let her know now because she's 7 now. So it's certain things I got to give her in a different amount. So I tell her lying, disrespect, not listening. Those 3 things, if you don't do it, I'm going to pop you. Three things. That's it. If you do those 3 things, I'm going to pop you. Everything else, I'm going to talk to you. So now if you keep doing those 3 things and she's done it, now when I do discipline her, guess what? I'm like, why am I doing this? And she's telling me why it's happening, because you only get this discipline based off this certain thing. So now I'm teaching her that your actions have a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that I only give her 3 reasons to get in trouble. And I feel that once she understands, it's only 3 things. God only give us 10, really, the commandments. Like, do these 10 things, you'll be all right. And so I think that's what I do to try to discipline her. Like, listen, I don't want to do it. And then after I do discipline her, I let her know, Daddy didn't want to do that. Daddy don't like doing it. I don't like to pop you. I don't like to discipline you. And I think that after we discipline our kids, we need to let them know why it's happening, or they need to know beforehand. That's one thing, because you can't punish a kid for something they don't know. So I think that they should know why the discipline is happening.
I definitely agree with you, bro. How I balance discipline with my daughter is I let her know I do everything out of love. Like, even when I discipline you, is in love, because I'm still training you and steering you in the right way. You done something wrong. So I let her know when I punish you is out of love. And even like on the regular things that I may do is in love. So I let her know, and I communicate with her. Like, first thing as a dad, me personally, I try my hardest not to like get a belt or do anything. My daughter, especially, she's older. I don't try not to beat my daughter. So I try my hardest not to beat her, because I don't want her to think it's okay for a man to ever put their hands on her. So I try my hardest I don't beat her, right? It's not try my hardest, I don't beat my daughter. So what I do is I punish her. I take electronics away. I take her time going out. I'll do things like that, and I have conversations with her, man. Like, I met her, you going to sit here with me and we finna talk for an hour, or we going to watch TV, or we going to do this and that. Like, I punish her different ways, but I let her know it's out of love. And I could punish her. I could take things from her, or I could tell her certain stuff, and I'll tell her I love you right after, bro. I'm like, none ever happened. I'll be like, I love you. Like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't go here. No, you got to write 100 times this. You got to write. You did this in school. You got to write. Give me 3 pages 100 times this. All right, I love you. Come back like it's nothing, bro. Like it's nothing, man. So I do everything out of love, bro. That's all I try to do for her, man, and that's about it, bro.
I love it.
And so what lessons are you eager to share with your daughter, like to learn, bro? Like, what lessons or values you may be eager to share with her?
God. And not to be cliche, man, like I grew up in church. I was baptized at 9 years old. Man, church, man, knowing who God is. And that's the way I grew up. And I feel that, my grandma always told me to make sure that I raise her up in the Lord. And that's something that I definitely have to continue on with her. And I feel like it's been going well so far. But yeah, that's definitely it for me.
That's definitely, I definitely agree with God. But also, I love to instill in my daughter life lessons about failure, bro. Because it's easy to go through life and think everything okay when you win, when everything is going your way, bro. So I always like to talk to my daughter about when things not going her way, and when she's in the valley, and when school is tough, or when you noticing you're not on the honor roll and you got that C, or your teacher's writing, you got that D, you got to study extra harder. When I tell you to do certain things at the house, or you got practice, or you got to do more, I always tell her life is not gonna be easy. I always like to, not like to, but when she fails, always try to show her there's another way, or to pick her back up, bro. I always think that's important to kind of show our children that it's okay to fail, bro. Because sometimes society may make you think that failing is so bad. And you may put such a burden on yourself, bro, mentally. And we be afraid to step out and do different things because we're afraid to fail, bro. And that have you not, that can have her not want to follow her dreams, have her not want to do certain things because she's afraid of failure. So one thing I do for sure as a life lessons concept is I teach her failing is okay. It is okay to fail, mama. You just get back up and try again. You get back up and you try again. You get back up and you try again, and you try again. You try again, bro.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. And I was that's how I had to do with her, because I had her in swimming since she was 3, and to watch how she used to hate it at first, like jumping in, she used to be so scared, and now she like going crazy in the swimming pool now. So it's just like you said, man, just it's gonna be tough. Anything hard you can do, and I let her know that anything hard, she gonna repeat it, I can do it. So yeah, man, just affirmations, like I say, man, just letting them know and reassure them that they are worthy of it. They are women of God. They are children of God, that they can overcome anything. Like there's nothing too big for them. Like the mountain will never grow, but we can. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I try to teach her too. Like the mountain will never grow, but Ari, you can. So
facts. So how do you maintain like a strong connection with your daughter, bro? Like as a girl, how do you keep that bond? Like, how do you build that bond? You know, as they say, when moms are young, like they breastfeed, and that's how they build that connection.
Yeah,
they do.
But I started. I think she was a month and a half, a little month over and a half. I did the skin to skin technique, and I learned that from my pastor and some other friends of mine. There's been the skin to skin thing when they're like that. I think that created a bond within us, and my mom even says it's still the case now, because like, Aria leave her room and then come to my room and just like cuddle up under me at 7 years old still, like, so my mom was like, you started that when you did the skin to skin. She just want to be with you. And, but even after that, right now the connection is just like hanging out. Me and her go hang out. We go have dinner. We go to the beach. We go to Flippos, go to little places she like to go to places I like to go. And we just spend time. And I think that's what I got to do now, especially being the only parent. I have to spend as much time for both parents. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's at the house, movie night, which I learned from you, Will, and, taking her out and so yeah.
So how I try to build that and continue to have that strong connection with my daughter is DDDs. She already know when I say, hey, we got DDD, daddy-daughter dates. Like, we got daddy-daughter dates. She already know, okay, what time it is. Like, daddy-daughter dates, we spend time together.
Let's go.
We either go to a restaurant, we'll sit down, we'll talk about different things. If not, we'll go to get some yogurt, we'll chill, we'll talk about stuff, we'll go watch a movie, we'll do something. But always try to, like I said, get her in an atmosphere where she's comfortable. Get her in a safe space and just try to open up and talk to her, bro. Just try to talk to her about different things. And I feel that's how we keep that connection. Like, I'd be like, DDD. And sometimes she'd be like, oh, daddy, this is. I'd be like, it's DDD. You already know. Daddy-daughter day is our time right now. Like, we may not have it once this week, or we may not have it this week. We got it next week. But I feel spending that time is keeping that connection is important, especially as a dad, man. Because as dads, we could get so busy with life, man. We get so busy trying to provide for our child that we forget to actually give them that time. We could buy them things. She could have everything she may want. She could have all the shoes. She could have all the purses. She could have Netflix. She could have everything. She could give her money. She go out with her friends, but she don't have me. She don't have me pouring into her, bro. I think that is way more important than all of that. I want to pour into her. I think when you build them connections and you continue to put that time in with them, That's important, man. Just
Yeah.
pouring into them is important, and sometimes doing that overtime, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pouring into your
It's-
daughter and your kids is important. And doing that overtime is
Yeah.
important. And just working late is important. And missing them holidays is
Yeah.
important. And missing them
It's
games.
balance.
It's a balance, bro.
It's balance, and it's a whole different balance. And I'm sure you've experienced it sooner than I have. But being a co-parent and being a full-time dad, it's a whole different type of balance that you got to recalibrate yourself to figure out. Like, man, it's going from me having to do half of the things to doing everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wouldn't, it's no other challenge, man, that I feel like God will put us and all these other men out here that's going through it too. Like, cause I've met you know, what's crazy? They always say like when you get a Honda or get a car, you start saying other Hondas. You get a Mercedes, you start saying other Mercedes. You get a Bugatti, you start saying other. You get a Mansion, you start being around other people. But when you start being a single dad, you start seeing single dads. And it's nothing like champion on another single dad, bro. That there's, you know what they feeling. You know what they going through. You can already feel it. And ain't nothing like, you know, champion that man and seeing another man that's going through it and you just give him your great, like, man, what's up, dad? You know, that's what we do over here.
Definitely.
You feel me? So I feel like that's what we need to do too, man. When you see another single dad or just see a dad out there that's there with his family, man, just champion that man. You know what I'm saying? Love on that man. You feel me? Pause. But it's all about love here. And so I think that's what we need to do too as men. Champion other men. You got homeboys that's father, champion each other.
Definitely, bro. When I see other single dads where they out at the park or when I see them in the store, I be like, good job. What's up,
Right.
Dad? How you doing, Dad? And honestly, like you say, I've been blessed the last couple of years to have my wife, man, to help me with this journey with having her, man. She helped do a lot of different things that was impactful, bro, to help me do this journey, man. But now I'm learning, as you know, a lot of different things to do. Relearn a lot of things to do with her, man.
Yeah.
So I would say, how do you try to be a positive influence on your daughter? What ways do you try to be a positive influence on her?
It's certain things that I'm just not, I don't do in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, usually like when I'm out with friends, I'll have some wine, you know, have a glass of wine or two with her. When she's in any area, I'm not really indulging in anything that can possibly deter me in any way. Yeah, man, we go to church together. You know what I'm saying? Ari, one thing I can say too, like I made a mistake one day and I felt really bad about it. You know, I talked to my mom about it and I actually talked to Ari about it. I mean, I didn't go into detail obviously with her, but I let her know that Daddy made a mistake and I did something that God didn't like. God didn't like it and Daddy made a mistake. And she said, Daddy, it's okay. But I wanted to let her know that it's okay that she can be wrong too. Daddy's wrong too. Daddy's going to make mistakes too. So I want her to understand that now that even my dad made mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. And like what you were saying earlier, fear can deter them from their dreams and can deter them from what God really got for them, because that's what the enemy is fear. That's all the enemy is fear. So, yeah, man, I just try to be an example and try to be the superhero that she think I am. I actually try to be it.
And I think that's important what you just said, bro. Like you apologize to your daughter. You say Daddy did it, saying that's important, bro. Because I apologize to my daughter. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Yeah, if I did something wrong to her, if I was wrong, I've looked at her homework sometimes and was like, it was wrong on the homework. Like, oh, Daddy was wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah,
exactly, bro. Or if I said something to her that she may be like, Daddy, this hurt my feelings, or why you said it. And that's the thing about being a girl, that you gotta be so sensitive. Even when you notice and you're like, I didn't even think I said it in that tone. There's been times where I said something, I'm thinking I'm being stern, but I'm thinking that I'm being soft too. And she may start shedding tears. I'm like, why you crying? Oh, because you yelled or you said. I'm like, I didn't even, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, it'll be okay. I'm like, girl, bro, you walking kind of on eggshells. Like, you're vulnerable. It's like what you say, you're vulnerable, bro. It's different from having that girl from a boy, man. You're vulnerable as a girl, dad. And it's not bad, man. It teaches you to open up your emotions in a different way, man.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It teaches you different parts of your emotions to unlock and how to move, man.
Definitely.
And like I say, man, it is nothing wrong with apologizing. So apologize to your kids, because in them old days, we know how our parents used to be sometimes, man. I'm right when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Them parents used to always,
because I said so.
Because I said so. I'm the mom, I'm the dad. And some of our parents may have even been wrong, and they won't tell us they sorry. They wouldn't even
Mm-hmm.
apologize to us.
Yeah.
Even though they know they're wrong, they just feel like I'm the parent. And I don't want it to be like that because I want
Nah.
my daughter to learn, well, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Right.
And I don't want her to be a yes person. I want her to feel
Mm-hmm.
she needs people around her. I want her to
Exactly.
understand it is okay to be wrong. We repent to God all the time. He allow us to repent to him because we
Mm-hmm.
mess up and we are wrong.
Yeah.
So I want her to understand it's okay with being wrong, honey, but you just got to try to be 1% better every
Mm-hmm.
day, though.
Yep.
It's not okay. Like, it's not okay to stay wrong. It's not okay to constantly do the same wrong things, but it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to mess up, honey.
Yeah.
And I definitely agree with that. I teach her being an apology is nothing, bro. Being
Yeah.
like saying I'm sorry and being apologetic is like it's
Yeah.
normal, bro.
Very
But-
so needed.
But also being a positive influence for her, bro. I just try, like you say, I try to watch what I say and do in front of her, bro. And I also, it goes back to what you said before, like I also try to walk in love and speak of energy. And like you say, I speak good things of her mom, bro. Whether her mom call her or not, whether her mom in her life or not right now, like we done prayed for her mom plenty times, bro. Like we done been there and prayed for her mom, man. It's been times where Mother's Day or certain times where we praying for her mom, man. And she done been around there, and I want her to always see that Daddy's gonna walk in love with anybody, man.
Yeah.
No matter the situation, whether it's your mom, whether it's people who don't like me, whether it's people who don't say bad bastard, like we're gonna walk in love, mom. And we're gonna do things the God way. And I instill with her going to church, bro. Going to church, man, that's big too, bro. Like you said,
Definitely.
raising a child in the way they should go, man. So I think those things are definitely big too, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's beautiful, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like it's a beautiful thing, man. Like ain't nothing better in my life could have happened to me than having my daughter, bro.
Facts. I could definitely say that. So what
Right.
advice would you give other dads out there who's starting this journey, man, of being a girl dad, bro, and also starting a journey supporting their dreams, man, and just doing things and
Hey, I just think that you should find a way to get some balance and just have time for yourself. That you gotta put time for yourself. You got a day off. Give yourself 2 hours. Give yourself 3 hours. That kid in school, give yourself time with you without work. Sometimes you do got to do OT. Sometimes you got to get some extra money. But you come first. And that's one thing that I just believe. I believe to be a great dad, you got to be first. And a lot of times it's contrary because a lot of people put their kids first. But I think that when I put myself first and my healing, my betterment, my connection with God, I think it betters my kid. And so that's just where I'm at with it. I just think that we should look at that in a different place and, better yourself every day as a man. And then I think that it trickles down to your children.
definitely, bro, definitely, man. I say to any man out there who just starting this journey of being a dad, man, and a girl dad, I just say, bro, don't think you got it all figured out. You don't have to, bro. There's no manual to parenting. There's no manual to being a dad, bro. So just do the best you can and just focus on being present, bro. Just focus on being there. It's the first thing you got to do, man. Just focus on being there and just trust in God, man. Just trust in God to be better every day as a man, bro. Like every day as a man, every day as a father, you just want to be better for your child. And like you say, I think the most important thing is being present and pouring into them, bro. I'll say to any dad out there, just make sure you pour into your child and you just not leaving other people to raise your kids. You're just dropping them off to other people's house because I got to work, and you're not pouring into your child. I think pouring into your child is more important than working. You have to be able to find that balance, as you just said. And you got to be able to pour into them in different ways. Pour them into them in love, pour them into them in like affirmations, speaking good energy about them, speaking good about them. And just kids need that, man.
Yeah.
Kids want to hear that. Kids want to see that, man. And that's very important, man.
Yeah. And then, too, my therapist, after I went through this situation where I realized that I was going to be a single dad, possibly for the rest of my life, I don't know. But, my therapist, how does she make it make sense to me? She said that children often equate absence to rejection, and that you don't want her to ever feel that she's rejected by anything. Always make her feel like she is welcome to do anything, and she's welcome. She's never rejected. There's nothing she can't do. It's nothing that's gonna deter her, because the kids usually equate absence to rejection.
And that's definitely understandable, man. Cause they wonder, why isn't my dad here for my basketball game? Like, why is everybody else dad here? My dad not for my basketball game. why my parent not here for Thanksgiving? Like, where's my mom and dad for Thanksgiving? Like, why is everybody else parent here? And they don't understand, bro. It's like what I said before about dads, whether that mom or the parent give you a hard time, and you just like, screw it, I ain't gonna be in that life, or she don't want me to be there, I ain't gotta go to court, this and that. That child don't understand that. That child don't understand that this parent may have not helped you or rejected you or made it hard for you to be in that life. That child just understand you're not there. And they just hearing that one side of the story their whole life. So you just have to be able to fight, man. You got to spend that money, man. That's the thing with what I'll say with dads. Like, we got to end on this, man. You have to be ready to spend that money. You have to be ready to go to courts, whether that situation get hard, whether you say, okay, I went through the war stage. I've been through the war stage, and this thing is still war. Like, it seems like the war is never ending. You got to go to court. You have to spend that money. Sometimes you got to pay for that peace too. That peace may not come organically. That peace may not come organically. Sometimes you got to go spend. Like I said, I done spun over $10,000 to get my daughter, man. Probably close to 15, 20. I done spun that money. Like, you got to do what you got to do, bro, in order to be in your child life. If you care about your child, if you love your child, it's no excuse that the mom's making it hard. The mom's not letting me see her. The mom's not doing this. The mom not doing that. Well, what are you going to do?
Right.
Like, what are you going to do as a dad? Continue to blame the mom? You're an adult. You help bring the child into the world. So you have to now fight. You have to now stop buying them joints. You have to now stop going on cruises. You have to now stop going on them day trips. And you got to now put your money in getting your attorney and getting your child. And that's what I would say to any dad out there, man.
Straight up.
So we're going to end on that, man. Today was a good episode, man.
Beautiful.
We looking forward to next week's episode, man. And dads, we hope y'all got something out of it, man. Hitting us how we always do, bro. Going to end us with a quick prayer, man.
Definitely. Father God, I just thank you for this day. Thank you, God, for this hour. Thank you for the listeners. Thank you for the viewers. Right now, God, wherever they may be in their life, let them know, God, that they are a child of God and that you love them. Let every man out there know, God, that they are a man of God, that they are a father. And Father God, that if they are a father, God, let them know that they are needed. Let them know, Father God, that those children need them. Let them know, God, that they are a very important piece to the puzzle right now, God. And I just thank you right now. I just ask that you would give them strength. Ask that you would give the other parents strength. The moms, give the moms strength right now to coexist with the dads right now. In Jesus' name we pray, God. Amen.
Amen. Man, I'm muted.